Norway's Crown Princess Mette Marit has broken her silence on her past association with the late Jeffrey Epstein, describing the friendship as simply embarrassing in a new statement. The 52-year-old royal issued the apology after newly unsealed documents from the U.S. Justice Department revealed more details about her interactions with the convicted sex offender. In a message released through the Norwegian royal palace, Mette Marit expressed deep regret for her poor judgment. "I showed poor judgment and I deeply regret having had any contact with Epstein at all," she said. "It is simply embarrassing," she added, emphasizing her remorse. The statement came amid a fresh wave of scrutiny following the release of over 3 million pages from Epstein's vast archive of emails, photos, and records. These documents, unsealed in late January 2026, include correspondence between Mette Marit and Epstein, spanning from 2011 to 2014, a period after his 2008 conviction. One email shows the princess asking Epstein for advice on whether a wallpaper featuring 2 naked women carrying a surfboard was appropriate for her 15-year-old son. Other messages reveal casual exchanges about travel and social plans, indicating a level of familiarity that has shocked many in Norway and beyond. The palace confirmed that Mette Marit met Epstein several times between 2011 and 2013, including a 4-day stay at his Palm Beach residence in Florida during 2013. Epstein was not present at the home during her visit, but the connection has raised eyebrows nonetheless. Additionally, she encountered him in St. Barthélemy during a separate occasion where her husband, Crown Prince Haakon, also met the financier briefly for the first and only time. The palace stressed that Mette Marit never visited Epstein's infamous private island, Little St. James, where much of his criminal activity allegedly took place. This is not the first time Mette Marit has addressed her ties to Epstein. She first expressed regret in 2019 after reports surfaced about their meetings. At that time, she stated she would never have associated with him had she known the full extent of his crimes. The renewed attention comes at a particularly difficult moment for the Norwegian royal family, as Mette Marit's son from a previous relationship, Marius Borg Høiby, faces trial on rape charges beginning February 3, 2026. The 28-year-old has been accused of assaulting a woman in an Oslo apartment, with additional allegations of bodily harm and criminal damage against 2 ex-partners. Høiby has admitted to some charges but denies others, and the case has already drawn intense media coverage. Mette Marit, who has been open about her own past struggles, including a controversial pre-royal life marked by single motherhood and a party lifestyle, now faces compounded public pressure. Born Mette Marit Jessem Høiby on August 19, 1973. In Kristiansand, Norway, she grew up in a modest family. Her father was a journalist, and her mother a bank clerk, providing a grounded upbringing far from royal circles. As a young woman, she attended university in Oslo and worked various jobs, including as a waitress. She became a single mother at 23, giving birth to Marius. With her then partner, a convicted felon named Morten Borg. Her life changed dramatically in the late 1990s, when she met Crown Prince Haakon at a music festival. Their relationship sparked controversy due to her background, including past drug use and unconventional lifestyle. Despite public skepticism, they married on August 25, 2001. In a ceremony that symbolized Norway's modern monarchy. The couple has 2 children together, Princess Ingrid Alexandra, born in 2004, and Prince Sverre Magnus, born in 2005. Mette Marit has since become a beloved figure in Norway, known for her advocacy on issues like mental health, environmental protection, and children's rights. She has battled chronic lung disease since 2018, undergoing treatment while maintaining her royal duties. Her association with Epstein, however, has cast a shadow over her carefully rebuilt public image. Jeffrey Epstein, the American financier and convicted sex offender, built a vast network of influential contacts over decades. Born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York, he rose from humble beginnings to become a Wall Street powerhouse in the 1980s. He managed money for billionaires like Les Wexner, founder of L Brands, which owns Victoria's Secret. Epstein's criminal activities came to light in 2005, when Florida police investigated reports of underage girls being trafficked to his Palm Beach mansion for sexual exploitation. In 2008, he pleaded guilty to procuring a minor for prostitution, and served 13 months in a lenient work release program. Despite the conviction, Epstein continued mingling with elites in politics, business, and royalty. He owned multiple properties, including a New York townhouse, a New Mexico ranch, and the infamous Little St. James Island. His private jet, dubbed the Lolita Express, transported guests to exotic locations amid allegations of abuse. Epstein was arrested again in July 2019 on federal charges of sex trafficking minors, but he died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell the following month. His death sparked conspiracy theories, given his connections to figures like Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Prince Andrew. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate, was convicted in 2021 of sex trafficking and sentenced to 20 years. The ongoing release of Epstein's files stems from civil lawsuits brought by victims like Virginia Giuffre against his estate. Courts have ordered the unsealing of documents to promote transparency and aid ongoing investigations. In Mette Marit's case, the emails and records paint a picture of a social friendship that developed through mutual acquaintances in international circles. Norwegian media outlets like NRK and VG have reported that the princess first met Epstein through a friend and maintained sporadic contact over several years. In her 2019 statement, she explained meeting him after his prison release, unaware of the full extent of his crimes until later media revelations. "I condemn the abuse of power that Epstein represented," she said at the time, adding that she should have investigated his background more thoroughly before associating with him. The palace noted that their interactions were limited, and that Mette Marit cut ties once the severity emerged. The 2026 document release has reignited the controversy, prompting her latest apology and drawing parallels to other royals entangled in Epstein's web. Prince Andrew of the UK faced similar scrutiny, leading to his loss of titles and public role. Swedish businessman Mil Markovic claimed in 2011 to have photos of Andrew in compromising situations, though those were never substantiated. In Norway, public reaction has been mixed but largely sympathetic to Mette Marit, given her history of transparency. A poll by Dagbladet showed 68% of Norwegians believe she has handled the situation appropriately. Critics, however, argue that royals must exercise greater caution in their associations to avoid scandals. Opposition politicians like those from the Socialist Left Party have called for more accountability from the monarchy. Crown Prince Haakon has stood by his wife publicly, praising her honesty and commitment to personal growth. The couple has focused on family amid the son's legal troubles, with Mette Marit stepping back from some duties to support Marius during his trial. The rape allegations against Høiby stem from an August 2025 incident, where he allegedly assaulted a woman while intoxicated. Police reports detail bodily harm and property damage, with additional complaints from former girlfriends. Høiby, who works as a mechanic and has no royal title, has expressed remorse for his actions in a public statement. The trial in Oslo District Court is expected to last several days, drawing intense media attention to the royal family. Mette Marit has spoken openly about her son's challenges, including his dyslexia and decision to step away from public life in 2017 to pursue a normal career. She has emphasized the importance of family unity and learning from mistakes in her parenting philosophy. The Epstein scandal adds another layer of strain to a family already under the microscope. Norwegian monarchy, one of Europe's most progressive, relies on public approval ratings that hover around 80%. King Harald V, now 88, has faced health issues recently, prompting discussions about Haakon's future ascension. Mette Marit, as future queen consort, plays a key role in maintaining the institution's relatable image. Her advocacy work includes partnerships with UNAIDS and the Norwegian Red Cross, focusing on global health. She has authored books on literature and spirituality, sharing her journey from commoner to crown princess. Despite the controversies, supporters praise her authenticity and ability to connect with ordinary Norwegians. The Epstein Files release coincides with broader revelations implicating figures like Bill Gates and Woody Allen. Gates met Epstein multiple times for philanthropy discussions, later regretting the association due to his criminal history. Allen faced separate allegations but was never charged, maintaining ties through mutual social circles. The documents highlight how Epstein leveraged his wealth to infiltrate elite networks post-conviction. For Mette Marit, the embarrassing label underscores a lesson in vigilance that she hopes to impart publicly. In her statement, she took full responsibility for not understanding Epstein's character sooner. Jeffrey Epstein is responsible for his actions, she noted. I must take responsibility for not checking his background better. The palace has reiterated that the royal family condemns all forms of exploitation and abuse. As the story unfolds, Mette Marit continues her duties with a focus on resilience and forward momentum. Her reappearance at a recent charity event in Oslo showed her composed and engaged with attendees. Supporters rallied online with messages of solidarity, reminding critics of her human side. The Norwegian press has covered the issue extensively, but with a tone of understanding rather than sensationalism. Tabloids like Se og Hør have analyzed the emails, while respecting the palace's call for privacy. International media, including The Guardian and CNN, have drawn comparisons to the British royal scandals. Prince Andrew's downfall serves as a cautionary parallel for how such associations can derail public figures. In Norway, the monarchy's constitutional role limits political power, but demands impeccable personal conduct. Mette Marit's handling of the situation may strengthen her bond with the public through shared vulnerability. As she navigates this chapter alongside family trials, her statement stands as a testament to accountability. The embarrassing friendship with Epstein remains a blemish, but one she addresses with candor and resolve. Norway watches as its future queen consort turns a painful revelation into a moment of growth. The Epstein saga continues to unravel elite connections, reminding all that past choices echo long into the future. For Crown Princess Mette Marit, this is another step in a life marked by transformation and public forgiveness. Her journey from controversy to compassion inspires many. In a nation that values humility above perfection, the statement closes one door while opening another to continued service and